Good morning, everyone. It is Monday morning. It is 8 a.m. I am Lisa. For those of you I have not had the pleasure of meeting in person, it is time to begin our practice of breath for the day. Go ahead and sit up. I'm sitting back in my chair, but if leaning forward is better for you, what's available to you right now? And go ahead and get into a comfortable position. Just really, hopefully, quiet music in the back for you. Go ahead and take a deep breath in. Exhale with a little ha breath. We'll do 2 more of those for a couple of reasons. Deep breath gives you that moment to get a little bit bigger inhale. Stop and take a breath. Catch your breath, as it were. It allows you to hear your breath. Make sure that your throat is clear, chest is perhaps clear. And 1 more. Hear the sound of your breath, just to kind of mark the start of this morning's practice. The next tool we use is breathing in through your nose and out through an imaginary straw. It looks a little like this. Closing your eyes is something that becomes available to you, if that's appropriate for where you are. You can just listen to the sound of my voice. If you want to watch the change of my face, that works too. But notice that it's not a big puckery straw. It's a very fine straw. Just allowing that passageway of the air coming out to pass through and allowing it to become a little more slow. Our first task after getting ourselves comfortable is to access the vagus nerve. That's finding and accessing our own relaxation response. That response is something you're hardwired to do. Sometimes we just need to find the switch. And this breath practice is the simplest and easiest way to get there. In through your nose, out through a very small straw. That nerve pathway is assisted by 3 other things. So as you practice that, slowing your breath by exhaling through a straw, can you get your eyes in a steady gaze? Even if your eyes are closed and looking through the backs of your lids, can you find something to gaze at? Facial muscles relaxed, so see if you can release the furrow of the brow, any tension around the eyes, the face. Also check in with the muscles of the mouth. Maybe your jaw relaxed, tongue relaxed. Maybe that's slid forward, maybe that's slid back, but can you find a resting spot for your own tongue? And then throat relaxed as well. You'll hear me repeat those cues of eyes and a steady gaze. Even if you're looking at the backs of your lids, facial muscles relaxed. Muscles of the mouth relaxed. At some point you'll notice that your exhales have indeed slowed. You may have even stopped thinking about them. And at the point where they become about twice as long as the inhales, go ahead and breathe all through your nose. You're going to add that tool to your toolbox as it is. And at any point in the next 14 minutes, If you find your mind wandering from the breath, if you find yourself thinking about the activities of the day, if you feel yourself amping up a little bit, the reminder is in through your nose, out through that very narrow straw. And that's the training piece. Once your heart and your diaphragm are in that relaxed mode, your brain's actually triggered to stay in that relaxed mode, or it's invited to stay in that relaxed mode. Still focus on the breath, in and out. In, out. There's many benefits of nasal breathing. One is kind of honoring what your body's designed to do. So you may notice that there's a blockage, that the air is not as clear, it's not as simple and as easy to breathe through your nose as I'm making it sound. What would happen if you stayed with that? And if one side is a little blocked, are you getting enough air in through the other side? As we move through the course of the day, as we naturally cycle through moments of a little bit of stress, a little bit of non-stress, which nostril we breathe through shifts a little bit. So although you can't necessarily feel or make yourself breathe through one nostril, there are subtle changes in that in the course of the day. Can you sit for the next 12 minutes and have faith that air will come in? If that's impossible, come back to the straw, and then come back to the training of nasal breathing. In, out. Going to stay quiet for 2 more minutes as you focus on in, out. Carry on with in, out, all through your nose as it's available. We think of the air that's being pulled in as oxygen, and it's air, and there's other things in that air that we pull in. There's another gas called nitric oxide, NO. It's actually produced in your paranasal sinuses, your sinus cavities. And as you breathe in through your nose, you're actually allowing that gas to be delivered to your lungs. When you breathe in through your mouth, that gas is not delivered to your lungs. Carry on in through the nose, out through the nose in relaxation. As air is pulled into the lungs and sits in the lungs, there's an exchange. Gases that we need go into the body through the red blood cells, through the capillaries, move through the body, and those same red blood cells pick up things like carbon dioxide as waste, bring them back to the lungs, and then we gently exhale. And that nitric oxide, that NO that you're breathing in, because you're breathing through your nose, is delivered to the body, and it acts as an antibacterial, an antiviral, and an antifungal. Your body produces this so you can take it into your body, spread it through the body with each inhale. You breathe through your mouth, this doesn't occur. The next 5-10 breaths, focus on the inhale and the good that is coming into your body. Even if that's a difficult process to breathe in through your nose, is it worth staying here for the simple benefits of breathing in the gas that has healing properties? 5 breaths, 10 breaths, focusing on the good of the inhale. Reminder is face can stay relaxed. Eyes can remain in a steady gaze. And you can always come back to that exhaling through a straw as you feel you need to. Quite naturally, about every 10 breaths or so, your body knows to put in a little bit of a sigh. It empties a little more of the lungs so that more good can be brought in. For the next 5 to 10 breaths, think about that exhale. Almost get that little sigh if you desire. Naturally feel the calmness and the stillness with a naturally long exhale. And now, if you haven't already, put equal attention on in, out. The quality of those two breaths in the process, the dance of the two breaths, neither one leading, neither one following. If you need to get up and start your day, go about your next task, whatever that is for you, go ahead and start coming back. Your breathing only needs to get as fast as you need it to be, right? You only need to adrenalize as much as you need to adrenalize. You only need to amp up as much as you need to amp up. Don't get too far ahead of yourselves. If you are live Eastern Time on this Monday morning, the time is 8:20, and our practice of breath work for this morning is complete. I thank you for joining me here today, whatever time of day it is. I look forward to having you breathe with me again. Everybody have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow at 8 a.m.